Hello neighbors, it's Crazy Double D with HD Gaming Live, and I'm here with another review. This one's called Saturday Morning RPG. It's an episodic JRPG set in a world heavily inspired by the 1980s Saturday morning cartoons and pop culture. It is currently out now for the PlayStation 4 and PS Vita. Is this nostalgia-filled $10 RPG game worth your time? Developed by Mighty Rabbit, who said Saturday Morning RPG has never made enough money to justify continued development, but we've worked on it in our spare time for 5 years. What? This tells me it's been a passion project from them. Impressive. The major plot line changes with each episode. These episodes give you a different location, boss, and story. Each has a familiar gaming trope like save the girl, but it expands on that and tells it in its own quirky way. Side quests will litter the episode's world. In a Tron shoutout side quest, I had to help my trapped in a computer father defeat the evil within the computer world. Side quests are bizarre like that. Sometimes these quests will have you choose someone's side. This will yield different rewards depending on who you side with. When you get started on an episode, you don't want to stop until you complete it. Plus, do you know another game with an actual highway to the danger zone? You walk around and talk with 8-bit character models that are placed around a shoddy textured world. You wouldn't think that it would work, but it does. Backgrounds during fights brought me back to Street Fighter. They will have a relatively standard background for each area, but they will be filled in by various characters cheering you on with weird signs and stuff like that. Intense music changes for each setting, which is good because each score is repetitive. This repetitiveness had me wanting to just turn the music off or lower the volume. But nope, no sound settings whatsoever. Please change that. Going with the sound theme, I was disappointed to see no voice acting, or even a weird sound signal talking, like The Sims. The game offers classic turn-based JRPG combat. Yes, an American developer can make a JRPG game. It uses a power-up feature that will take a turn to charge up an attack. I'm usually not a fan of these charged battle mechanics, but in the later episodes, you will need to use the charge-ups for attacks more often. Active blocking during combat will help reduce incoming damage, although it doesn't feel like it does anything at times. Sometimes the enemy would hit you for 10 damage unblocked, then you would block and they would do 11 damage. Odd. It was a rare occasion, but it still happened. And I always seem to forget to press X to block. So I'm going to have to take it. Oh, I didn't block. God damn it. It was so different for me, it took me an episode and a half to get used to it. Some attacks require input, either a QTE event or you would mash a button to power up. This helps the tediousness of combat. Each attack has its special animation and a special ending animation if it's a kill shot. Once I killed a boss with a floppy disk attack. Well, this hit for 9. We got one more left, so we might be able to pull this off. Did you see that? Oh, it gave me the blue screen of death! And he turned into a classic blue screen of death. You have 5 slots where you can put these attacks. You can find, buy, and be rewarded with more of these attacks throughout the game. I always got excited to see 1, how the animation of my new skill looked, and 2, what the killing blow animation looked like. So I was always trying out new attacks. Along with attacks, you can acquire these awesome scratch and sniff stickers to put on your 3-ring binder. Each sticker has a different passive trait that will help you in battle, like 5+ health or any number of other buffs. The catch is that you'll have to scratch each one with your DS4 touchpad for it to become active in battle. And I always seem to forgot that I had to do the scratch. You gotta scratch, furiously. Ah, I didn't scratch. So I end up frantically juggling my controller, trying to get my touchpad, and scratch away. You can always change the cover of your binder for a minor buff, which is a nice touch. Battles will award you with money, which is mostly worthless, and XP to level you up. After you level up, you can choose a base stat to upgrade, like strength or defense. Leveling up is very underwhelming. I would expect a song or a sound indicating I achieved something, but all I get is a plain screen. In all, this game won't give you all the bells and whistles of a AAA JRPG, but it doesn't have to. The pleasant, nostalgia-filled nods combined with the visual style and humor. Oh, and did I mention this is only $10 freaking dollars? Talk about bang for your buck. If you're looking for a JRPG to hold you over for a couple weeks, this is a buy.